So hey guys, once again after gym session, and have thoughts as usual, that I want to come to you with. And so I think I haven't addressed this yet with a lot of people, but I'm gonna address this now. Yeah. A few years ago, there was a situation where Anthony Joshua, he lost the world title. It took a couple years now to Usyk. Prior to that, he lost to Andy Ruiz, and it was a bit different. And a lot of people kind of wrote him off a little bit, say he's not the same AJ and stuff like that, you know? And the thing is, I've kind of looked at AJ and I'm looking at him and I'm like, you know what? Now we're going to see like what happened. Now that he's lost, he's had this kind of change happen within his life, like where he's lost the title and stuff like that. And like he lost to Ruiz, he won again back his title. And I was glad he did it, but I felt like, you know what? I think this is the beginning of like a change. And so for those of you who know me, know that I'm about like the continual improvement. I'm about, you know what, the journey, not just about just, you know what, that one moment in life where something happens big. I think that's what we got from Andy Ruiz, Andy Ruiz, yeah, is that he had that one big moment and then you saw who he was. He stopped training for his second fight with Anthony Joshua, thinking he was Mr. Big Man and stuff like that. And even now, he hasn't had a fight in like how many, like almost a year and a half or something like that. I might be mistaken. I might have missed one somewhere, but this is where we are with Andy Ruiz. And so, like, whereas AJ, he's had that, Anthony Joshua, he's had that continual, okay, let's see how I can remedy this situation. He's not had the thing where he's like hit a block, like, I don't know, even when he was on top, he was still staying active. When he's at the, like now, like he's not, I can't say he's at the bottom, he's not at the bottom. Yeah, I don't think he's ever going to be at the bottom. But now that he's not in the top, he's in the top in regards to people, but now that he's not in the top, whereas he's holding a belt, you're seeing the character that he is. So he's made continual improvements. It's not just like he's gone and sat down and like, okay, carried on doing the same thing over and over again. That's what the definition of madness is, apparently. But I'm just saying that in other words, what Anthony Joshua has gone and done, he's gone back to the drawing board. So when he had that defeat from Andy Ruiz, he went back to the drawing board and said, okay, how can I tackle this issue? I'm not in the right space. I don't feel like I can make it here. And so some of you were saying, oh, he's given up and stuff like that. In that moment, I think he's just gone like, you know, I can't handle where this is right now. Let me go away and come back and get what's mine anyway, because it's always mine. You know what I mean? And he's accepting. And not a lot of people can accept that say, you know what, in actual fact, this is something that like I have to do right now in order to get the better. And so a lot of people say, okay, I want to hold on to my record of non-losses and stuff like that. I don't feel like there's an arrogant bone in AJ's, but we've been humble with himself. And I don't mean like for everybody else. Everybody else, I feel like, okay, he's being too humble or whatever it is. It's not that. It's that he's actually looking at the situation properly through quite good eyes. And this is the thing. So when all this thing was happening with him, where he's lost a couple of times now and stuff, that's when I kind of said, okay, let's see what kind of person he is. Let's see what's going to happen with him. Let's see, like, I haven't commented out. You don't hear me on social media, like, saying anything about him or, like, trying to run him down, because that's not who I am. You know, I'm the kind of person, I'm trying to look at him and say, in actual fact, what's happening with him now? Let's see where this journey goes. This isn't the end. And everybody said, oh, he's got loads of potential. Yes, he's got loads of potential, but it's because of the mindset. Now, if you didn't have that kind of mindset where he's gone back to the drawing board and say, okay, how can I tackle this? And he's gone to different people looking for answers. That's somebody who's searching for something to rectify and make his improvement little by little. He's not trying to fight everybody. It's like he's trying to fight himself, and which is the best kind of person and the best kind of place he could be at right now. It's not about him trying to go out there and just show everybody one time. I think he's trying to be that best champion. He's got the heart of a champion. And so what I would say to anybody who's in a certain field, who's trying to like accomplish certain things and be a certain thing or be a certain way, is just to go out there and continually improve. How many times have I said to you guys, you know what, I've failed in so many ways, but you know what, from them failures I learned my lessons. It's not to say that, you know what, I've failed and that's it and then move on to the next. No, it's I've failed, and so now I'm able to go back to the drawing board and make the corrections. You know what I mean? I'm able to assess where I am right now to where I want to be, and then make the course corrections to make sure I get to that place. So this is what I would say to all of you guys who know me, to all of you guys who feels like there's something more that they need from their life. This is a lesson to really take from. This is a big lesson to really learn from. It's not to say that, you know what, you're going to just go out there and do something better. No, you've got to learn from certain people. Now, when I was younger, my parents used to say that I don't like talking, I don't like taking talk, because like people used to tell me how I could correct myself and be better and do certain things, and I wouldn't listen because I had to go out and experience certain things. But with certain things, now that I'm older and with certain things that did come up, I had to listen to certain people, I had to make the course corrections. And so by just listening to other people's stories, and so that's where you kind of like learn and you move on and you're able to make the adjustments and make the movements that you need to make in order to be successful in whatever it is you want to be successful in. And so here I am telling you right now, if you want to be successful, this is a template for you to use. Whoever's in certain like paths of life where they're trying to be the best, or they're trying to make a name for themselves, or you know what I mean, I can even take that for myself, not just for everybody else but for myself, and say, you know what, in actual fact, and you know that this is what I've been like kind of like saying over the last few years, is that continual improvement is something that I've had to learn, even in my industry that I'm working in right now, the place of work where I work. That is one of my main things. I have to take apart certain things, see where the flaws are, and look for improvements and where I can make the improvements. So that's what I carry around, not just for my work, but in my life and whatever I venture into. And so this is what I'm trying to say to you guys. Listen, continual improvement, make that be the lesson for your life, the continual improvement. There's no use just trying to sit there and say, in actual fact, I'm trying to improve, or I'm improving little by little because I'm doing this, I'm doing that. No, continual improvement means that these little things that I'm adding onto myself to create the better me. This is what I'm going to do. This is the thing that I'm trying to approach and appreciate within myself. And so the lesson is, go out there, try your best, yeah, make sure you've got processes and procedures in place, and then once something fails, go back to the drawing board, see where it's failed, and come back and go again. You know, even if you have to take like a 5-minute timeout, 5 minute might be a year, it might be a month, it might be 6 months, whatever it is, come back and go again. You know, sit down with a team if you've got a team. Right now I'm sitting now with the missus and I'm evaluating myself to try and go for the next like year. So therefore, this is what it is. I need to do that, and I feel like everybody else should do this. And it's not just that part of my life, it's like me going to the gym. How can I improve the workout that I've just made so that I'm more effective? Now, even like today, let's just say it's taken me like, I've been up since 3:15. Let's just say it's now 6:50. Okay, so now I'm looking at myself like, okay, I've just spent the better part of like, let's just say 4 hours, let's just say, yeah, getting to and from the gym, and now I'm here just talking with you guys. Yeah, obviously this is like what, 10 minutes out of my time, if I'm at 10 minutes, yeah, near enough, yeah. And so I'm saying that this is something that I need to really improve upon. I cannot sit down and make this thing happen again where it's 4 hours. How can I get this to 2 hours now? Because yeah, I've spent about an hour and a half in the gym working out solid, yeah. Little 30-second break, 1 minute break, 2 minute breaks in between workout sessions or workout sets, sorry. And so what I'm trying to say is, how can I improve now? And I've said, okay, this is what I need to do. I need to do this, do that, and then right. So next time, let's see what happens for tomorrow or the day after, whichever one I go to gym first, because I think I've got boxing or whatever now. But I'm just saying, like, how can I improve that part of my life where I can save time, so I can come back, I can go back to sleep probably a little bit more. Luckily, I'm in holidays right now, so it's not too bad, so I'm a little bit relaxed. But I'm even in my holidays, I'm looking at how can I improve certain parts of my life so that I'm able to do certain things without having the effects or the negative effects of time. You know what I mean? So it's the continual improvement. And so I would say, take this away, go away, assess, look how you're going to do, and then implement. It's the implementation of these things. And so, like any boxer, you'd go and have sparring rounds where you implement the things where you want to over a period of time. So you'll be put into live situations or controlled live situations where you can actually practice doing this thing over and over and over again until it becomes second nature. And so this is what I've come with today, guys. If you've enjoyed this, please, I want you to just like, comment, subscribe as usual. But look, this is where we are, and we're going into a new year, and we're wanting to make all these changes. Everybody's got resolutions if they've got resolutions, but don't just make resolutions, make plans. You know what I mean? Don't make resolutions, make plans, and then execute those plans. You have to implement those plans. If you don't implement the plans, they're just, I don't know, if you've written them out, they're just words on a piece of paper. If you've put them on, they're just a document. If they're just in your hard drive, if you've drawn it, you know what I mean, it's just a drawing. I'm just saying that you've got to continually improve, and this is the process for continual improvement. AJ has really like shown me who he is right now. So as well, like, this is something that I've had to take a sit back and just look at him and say, you know what, let's just see what happens with him now. And so now we're starting to see the results of what he's actually doing. You know what he's saying? In actual fact, this is who I am. This is what I'm doing. This is where, like, I'm going to show you I'm king in this world because I've got this. I've got a warrior's heart because I go away and I implement those little changes into my strategy. I've got like the boxer's IQ. I've got all these things. I've like got the power. I've got the tools to do what I need to do now. Once again, I'm going back onto the rant, but I'm just saying, guys, take it as a lesson. Everybody's saying, oh, he's back and stuff like that. I don't think he ever left. You've got to have a heart of a champion, and to have a heart of a champion, it is not light. It's not something you just do overnight. It's something you need to really work on and have within you, that you're able to just implement at any situation. So it's not just going to be like this in boxing. It's going to be like this in any situation you're in. So once again, guys, thank you for listening, and see you again soon.